What's up, guys? My name is Ben. Welcome to my channel, Swish Therapy. Thank you so much for stopping in. Today, I want to talk about Charlotte Hornets basketball. And the regular season is fast approaching with the Indiana Pacers, the revenge game coming up. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my plan for covering my favorite team, the Charlotte Hornets, for the upcoming season. But before I do that, just a little bit about me. 34 years old, born and raised in North Carolina. But why? Why am I doing this? What's the point? Well, let me talk about why I'm a Hornets fan, how I became a Hornets fan. Like I said, I'm born and raised in North Carolina. I've lived here my entire life, still live in North Carolina. So I've been a fan of the Hornets since the late 90s. Struggled through that time when the Hornets left and went to New Orleans. And of course, we got the Bobcats back, which was great. You know, never really had many great years with the Bobcats, but so excited when we got the Hornets name back. Had some pretty good years, none very successful, but pretty good years in the Kemba Walker era. Was upset when he left, but over the last couple of years, it's just exciting. Like there's a buzz in the air, pun intended. It's an exciting time to be a Hornets fan. This is the most excited that I've been in a very long time. Over the last year or so, with the pandemic and everything, we've all latched on to certain things that bring us joy and make us happy. And for me, basketball is definitely one of those things. Specifically, being a Hornets fan is something that makes me really happy and brings me a lot of joy. And special shout out to Hornets YouTuber Sam Dracula. I started watching his videos a while ago, but watching his videos, surrounding the NBA draft, when we drafted Book Knight and Kai Jones, and kind of you mix all those things together, and it's just got me pumped. It's got me so excited about the Hornets and their future. And I want to talk about it. With the season coming up, I want to talk about kind of how I plan on covering the Hornets on this channel. So I'm only doing this for fun with some of my free time. But I am a husband, I am a father, I have a 3-year-old toddler, so a lot going on there, pretty busy, but I'm choosing to do this for fun in my free time. But here's kind of what I'm thinking as to how I'm going to cover the Hornets for the upcoming season. I'm planning on putting out a weekly recap video talking about the games that took place that week, my reaction to it, talking about standout players, good things that happened, bad things that happened, and then previewing the games coming up in the following week. Obviously, the preseason starts tomorrow, so we have, I believe, 2 games this week, 2 games next week, so I'm planning on putting out a video reacting to the 4 preseason games, some of my takeaways from that, and then previewing the first week's slate of regular season games with that first game against the Pacers. And so that's kind of the rough draft of what I'm thinking of how I'm going to cover the Hornets for this season. So that leaves the preseason, which I want to talk about just for a minute. We have 4 preseason games. We have the first game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, Monday, October 4th. We have a game Thursday against the Memphis Grizzlies. And then the following week on Monday, we play the Miami Heat and then the Dallas Mavericks. And then, of course, the next week, the regular season starts. So with preseason coming up, what am I thinking about? What are the things that I'm watching out for in the preseason? LaMelo Ball. How does he look? I've heard a lot of chatter. I've seen a lot of talk that he bulked up a little bit in the off-season. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how does that translate on the court. Is he going to be a better defender? Is he going to be able to finish better around the rim, which he was already pretty decent at? How is his wrist going to be doing? You saw him on the sidelines last year kind of messing around with that wrist, doing a little bit of that. You even saw him doing that sitting sideline at the summer league games. So definitely going to be paying attention to LaMelo, how he looks, how he's playing, how that shooting form looks, how that wrist is doing. The new guys, Kelly Oubre Jr., Mason Plumlee, Ish Smith, how do they fit in with the overall team? Interested to see Mason Plumlee out there. The Hornets like to play an up and down style. Plumlee's 7 feet tall. He's not the fastest guy on the planet, so I'm interested to see kind of how he fits in with the rest of the team. So definitely interested to see how those 3 new guys fit into what the Hornets are trying to do this season. The rookies, James Bouknight, Kai Jones. James Bouknight. Here's the thing, at UConn, he was asked to score the basketball. He didn't have a lot of help on that team. Now, I don't watch as much college basketball as I do NBA basketball. Definitely don't follow the UConn Huskies, so did not watch a ton of their games. But I have watched a lot of footage, and I've heard a lot of people talk about James Bouknight and how he played in college, and he was asked to score the basketball. You saw in Summer League, when he had the ball in his hands, when he had given the opportunity, surprisingly very good distributor on that team. Again, the Summer League team, he didn't really have a ton of help surrounding him. That's obviously not going to be the case with the Hornets team. He's not going to have to do as much as he did at UConn. He's not going to have to do as much as he needed to do with that Summer League team. So I'm interested to see how Book Knight fits in with some of the other talented young players that the Hornets have. And Kai Jones, man, he is so exciting to watch, but at times in the Summer League, if you've seen those videos of like a baby giraffe, like right after they're born, where they're kind of wobbly on their legs, they don't quite have the motor skills yet. At times, that's kind of how Kai Jones looked in Summer League, but his athleticism, just his physical gifts are insane.
That'll be 18 for Blakeney.
How many minutes, Steph?
13.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a walk-in bucket. 6 for 7.
Oh! Oh! Whoa! Hey.
He could be special. When the season starts, is he going to go to the G League and spend some time there? Or is he going to be on the big boy squad? Looking more like he's going to be with the main team. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how he looks when he's out there. He's definitely going to bring energy. That's without a doubt. He's going to bring the energy. But is he going to play under control? Is he going to play within the system? Because as soon as he makes some of those wild, baby deer, baby giraffe plays, Bray goes, get out. Nope, you're done. So I don't know, it'll be interesting to see that. Team chemistry in general, I'm gonna be interested to see, because if you're a Hornets fan, the team, everyone on the team, the entire team went down to Miami, thanks to Terry Rozier, organizing all of that. And that's something that, listening to the players, listening to the coaches, really made an impression on everyone involved. And it's not normal. It's not something that is very common, with an entire team getting together like that in the off season. Listening to the player interviews last week, they all talked about it. So I'm going to be interested to see just kind of the team chemistry, how they gel on the court, especially with all these new guys that are added to the mix. And one other thing I'd like to see in the preseason is I'd like to see, of the 4 games that we're playing, I'd like to see us get into a close, competitive game, maybe a game that comes down to the wire. At the end of the day, it's preseason, so wins, losses don't really matter. You're just trying to, develop that team chemistry, figure out your rotations, all that stuff. Get some of these new guys some playing time. Get them to gel with the guys that have been here. But I'd really like to see a close, competitive game, something that comes down to the wire, maybe, where we have to kind of buckle down and really execute, because that's going to prepare us for the regular season for sure. So yeah, definitely looking forward to the preseason. After the 4 preseason games, I'm planning on putting out my first sort of reaction video, recapping the first 4 games, recapping the preseason games, and previewing and talking about the first week's worth of regular season games. So that pretty much covers it. That's all I wanted to talk about in this video, just to highlight kind of how I'm going to be covering the Hornets. For me, as a Hornets fan, I don't have really any close family or friends or even coworkers that are into the Charlotte Hornets, that follow them like I do. So, doing this, talking to this camera lens, at least kind of scratches that itch for me. You other Hornets fans out there, if you're in the same boat as me, please come join me as I talk about the Hornets. I'd love to hear your thoughts on anything that you'd like to see me talk about or that you would find interesting. But I'm very much looking forward to doing this because, again, I'm so excited about the Hornets this season. I mean, I really think we have a chance to surprise some people this year, to do something special. I think we have a good chance to make the playoffs. The East got stronger. The Eastern Conference got stronger for sure. They're saying that the East might be stronger than the West this year, which is, it's not something that could be said very often in the past, but teams got a lot stronger, so it's going to be really tough to get one of those top 8 spots, but I really think the Hornets are definitely talented enough to do it. It's just a matter of, can they come together, can they mesh, and also can they stay healthy, because last year we were in 4th place, I believe, when Gordon Hayward went down. LaMelo Ball hurt his wrist, but that's the key. A lot of the teams that end up being successful by the end of the season are normally the teams that had luck on their sides as far as health goes. So fingers crossed, hopefully the Hornets stay healthy this year. We'll see how that goes. So thank you so much for watching. If you got all the way to this point especially, I really, really appreciate the support. Do me a favor and hit the like button, subscribe as well. I'd really appreciate that. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys next time as I react to the Hornets' 4 preseason games. Thanks for watching Switch Therapy. See you next time.